Hey everybody, welcome to Scoot TV. This is what it's gonna look like when I put the episodes together. Later on, I want to get like a fancy intro, fancy outro, maybe animated, maybe video stuff. I don't know. I don't have any ideas for that as of yet. Well, I do have one idea. And almost like the MGM thing, you know how you have like the lion roaring? Get like my cat Oscar to meow, get him in the big golden circle, meow, that sort of thing. But anyway, that's beside the point. Welcome to Scoot TV. This here is episode 1. This is gonna be slightly different. I wanted to start with something that got me interested in my biggest passion in life, which is professional wrestling. Now, pro wrestling as we know it is normally two guys in the ring going at it, move for move, counter move for counter move. I love watching something like that. And something nice and fast, very speedy, high flying things off the top rope and stuff like that. However, what I'm about to show you is what got me interested in the wrestling business to begin with. When we were kids, my brother and I, we had we still do. We have a friend, his name's Mark. And he basically has, you'd swear, every single pro wrestling pay-per-view ever in America, ever broadcasted in America, on videotape somewhere in his library. And he has like hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of videotapes. And I remember when I was like 7 or 8, I borrowed one of those videotapes, and it was different. It was from Memphis Wrestling, and it was different from people actually wrestling in the ring. What I'm about to show you actually happened after the match, and it's four guys, and their names are Larry Latham, who was huge in Memphis, big name in Memphis wrestling, and his tag team partner was a man by the name of Wayne Ferris, who we now know better as WWE Hall of Famer Honky Tonk Man. He went by his actual name, Wayne Ferris, down in Memphis. But they're taking on the absolute king of Memphis wrestling in Jerry Lawler and his good buddy and tag team partner, Bill Dundee. And, they had the match. But what happened afterwards was all over the concession stand. It was in Tupello, Mississippi in 1979. I was like 3 years old when this happened, so, I obviously had no clue what these guys were doing. But it was different for me. It wasn't Hulk Hogan dropping the big leg, or Randy Macho Man Savage dropping the elbow, or Ric Flair throwing on a figure four, or Sting with the Stinger Splash on somebody. This was different. They were throwing each other against the wall. They were absolutely wrecking the place. Food all over the place. And later on, when they asked Jerry Lawler and Wayne Ferris about it later on in interviews, they said that some of it was actually, yes, planned and meant to happen, but it was not planned to go on as long as it actually did. And so I decided that I will start with what got me interested in the wrestling business to begin with. You know, this was not wrestling. This is sports entertainment. And later on in the 90s, you had the federations like ECW and FMW over in Japan. They were basically copying what these four guys did. And later on, when WWE changed into their Attitude Era, they were again copying what these four guys did. These were the four original hardcore fighters. This was the original hardcore fight. And I'd like to share that with you right now. Again, just to set things up, this is just after the match, and they didn't want to stop. And so let's get into it.
Okay, can you get it rolling?
Again, it's Larry Latham.
What you're looking at is the wildest fight we've seen. Latham and Ferris, and Dundee and Lawler in the concession stand. All four of them
going
bleeding.
At it.
They pounded each other. Lawler. Ooh.
There's Lawler.
Fired a gallon jug.
In the orange singlet. He was always a favorite of mine to watch. He could wrestle. He can wrestle.
Dundee
but
with
he can also
Lawler
fight bigger
with
too.
Ferris. Oh, there's mustard all over us. I hope it didn't get in the camera. The referee trying to get him stopped.
And again, this is Tupello, Mississippi,
Dundee
in
right on top of
1979.
Latham, right below us.
So I was like 3 years old when this was actually
to the
happening.
concession stand.
Yeah, so I really wasn't there to watch it in the beginning. But again, this is what got me
What a
interested.
brawl. I've never seen anything like it. Now they're trying to get somebody in to
I
help
knew
stop
about,
this thing.
I
This
knew
is just
about
totally
pro
out of
wrestling,
hand.
but this was the side of pro
Latham
wrestling
and
I
Ferris,
never saw before.
Lawler and Dundee in the concession stand at the Tupelo
I had a
Sports
copy
Arena.
of the tape.
Brawling
My
all
buddy Mark
over
made me a copy of the tape,
the
and I wore
concession
out
stand.
a copy of it just from watching
A gallon bottle had been
this
thrown,
concession
glass on the
stand
floor.
brawl.
Lawler slams Ferris.
Again, parts of it was supposed to happen, parts of it wasn't. You know, they probably went a little bit overboard,
on the far side,
but they definitely put on a really good show that night.
With Latham.
And this is said to
In
be
27
the beginnings,
years of it, I've never seen a battle like
the
this.
humble beginnings of hardcore
Lawler
wrestling.
Trying to be
The original concession
strangled by
stand
Ferris,
brawl in
while
Tupelo,
Dundee with a
Mississippi,
mop
1979.
wailing Latham.
Again, it's Larry Latham,
Promoter Jerry Jarrett,
Wayne
although
Ferris,
he is not a
known
promoter
better
here,
as WWE Hall of
trying
Famer
to get him
Honky
to
Tonk
stop.
Man
He's got Dundee
versus
separated.
Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. And for any kind of wrestling fan, if you're any kind of fan,
Lawler.
you really don't need to be introduced
Latham having
to
been
Jerry
wrapped up
Lawler
by that
and Bill
mop
Dundee.
handle.
I mean,
Dundee
they've
going
wrestled
after
all
him.
over
It's
the
just a
world.
street brawl.
And they've had multiple world championships all over the world.
Jarrett trying to
This
get
is
it all stopped. Dundee picks up a table.
Again, something that was different from the norm.
Everything broken
something
up.
that
They're
was
falling
different
all over. Mustard
from
everywhere.
what we saw on TV.
Ferris laying in the middle of the floor.
And
Dundee
it was like
rushed out
20
of there. Lawler.
years, 15 to 20 years before, you know, the rest of America, like basically Eastern states, would catch up and, you know, would find something like this and make money at it. Night after night after night, ECW would go out and do the same thing over and over and over again, like you just saw. Anyway, I'd just like to, I wanted to share that with you guys. Again, Scoot TV, humble beginnings, and I want to get a little more fancier. I want to get a proper intro, a proper outro kind of thing, and really get classy and fancy with it. We'll get there. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do what I want to do. I've gotten to this point. Now it's time to progress just that little bit further. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Scoot TV episode 1. I'll see you guys later. Scoot TV is off the air.